explain to you how my Aspergers means I don't have a filter that I process what I'm about to say through, which has caused me problems, embarrassment, and annoyance to other people. Never ask someone with Aspergers for an honest opinion, because you will get both barrels straight at you. Anyone asks me a question, I will always answer it honestly and truthfully and factually, and I will not care about, when I said I will not care, I won't take into consideration how the other person is going to receive what I'm about to say. So it comes down to sort of people with Aspergers, very common trait is that they lack empathy in a general sense. So I don't really think about how it's going to affect my actions or what I say, how they're going to affect other people. Just like in general, I don't really care about other people's feelings. That doesn't stay with me, or it's not in my thought processes when I'm going about my day, planning what I'm going to do, or if I'm in a conversation. So yeah, if you ask me a question, I will say to you the complete and utter truth. You know, it's like the question, you know, does my bum look big in this? Most neurotypical people would have bells ringing already, or alarms thinking, this is a trick question and I cannot under any circumstances tell the truth. But I don't have that filter, and I will just say it. Yeah, it looks big. Sometimes Mike goes, I just say, yeah, it looks huge. So that comes across when you're doing it consistently, and somebody is around you consistently that doesn't know you've got Asperger's. That comes across all of a sudden as being really, really rude, being insensitive. And before I was diagnosed, I'd had that levelled at me many, many times in the past. And the mere fact that you think I'm insensitive or rude, and because I've got Asperger's, I don't care. I don't care that you think I'm like that. All I care is that I gave an honest appraisal of what I was asked. I would be more upset if I lied, which is very difficult for me to do. It's very difficult for me to lie. I'm not a good liar. It doesn't sit comfortably with me. I always try and tell the truth. Honesty is the best policy. I don't know whether that might have anything to do with, as soon as you start telling a lie, now you've created an alternative universe, and in that universe you've got to maintain that lie. So you put that lie in that universe, and you now got to live in that universe with that lie. And at any point you might bump into that lie, and you've got to remember that lie, and you've got to play out that lie. And if you tell too many lies, you just get yourself in a lot of trouble. But I can't play that game. I can't play it. It's too stressful. It's too much for me to process. So I think it's a defence mechanism for me. It's a default thing for me to do. It's just tell the truth, be honest. And I don't care if it upsets people's sorry, I've gone completely blank there. Feelings, that's the word I was looking for. I do care. See, that's wrong as well. It's not that I don't care, it's that I have no empathy towards your opinion, whether you like what I say or not. I'm just happy in the fact that I've answered your question and I've given you the honest opinion you asked for. But of course that comes out not only when I'm being asked questions, these things will blurt out when, just general comments. Kind of, I will be the person that says something out loud that possibly other people would think and not say. Like, I don't know. I can come across as being quite judgmental, I suppose. Someone that's got a very strong opinion on anything. It's a black or white opinion, as I alluded to in previous videos. I live in a black and white world. I have a definite opinion on a subject one way or the other, and I'm not really going to be swayed from that opinion. So yeah, I just come out and I will blurt things out, and it's got me into trouble before. I'm always getting dug in the ribs with an elbow saying, you can't say that, apologise, that was rude. Then when it's explained to me why, and I can then try and think of how a neurotypical person would feel, I can try and make the connection and understand why a neurotypical person would get upset by that, and someone with Aspergers just wouldn't upset them. They'd just appreciate the honest opinion and being told. Some people, I'm the person that will point stuff out to people. If they got some food on their face, or I'll be the one to say. I won't not sit there and not say it. So yeah, sometimes when you're around people with autism or Asperger's, they will come across as being very rude, arrogant, thoughtless, and it's just their default. They just do that without even thinking. It's not a conscious process to be mean or horrible or insensitive. They're more concerned with the facts, and what people think of the facts is pretty much irrelevant. So yeah, I thought I'd just expand on that a little bit about people with autism may be coming across as being rude and insensitive, and if you're around someone that's got Asperger's, try and bear that in mind and factor that in, and adjust your perception and reactions accordingly around that person, because it's not personal to you, it's just how that person is wired and how they go about their everyday life without even knowing it. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and see you soon, I hope.